Sounds like stale, right? It just sounds stale if we're being honest. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's old school Instagram. Can it be overdone? Yes, it can. Have I run them into the ground? Yes, I have. I have. Welcome back, y'all. It's Erica, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the OG IG, and we're going to be talking about Instagram captions in particular, and I'm going to be giving you a type of a formula that you can follow to write captions, because this is the thing. As a social media manager, as a VA, you're gonna write some captions, right? It's just part of the deal. Also, some of you all may have a la carte services where you have a content creation package, and inside of there, you give your client just captions and graphics, and that's it. I love that for you. We love that. So I'm ready, and if you're ready, let's jump right on into it, shall we? I just need to pull up my slides because those are gonna be important. All right, so we got this little sandwich thing happening, right? So at the very top, we got our bun, you got the lettuce, cheese. Everything's gonna represent something different that you need to do, all right? So let's get into it. Now, the first thing that you wanna have on your Instagram caption is a good headline. So think of your headline as like a blog title. You need to capture them in that moment if you want them to keep on reading the rest of it, okay? So if we look at this example from this dentist page, avoid these mistakes when storing your toothbrush. Now, that makes you want to read more, right? That makes you want to say, okay, let me see what these are, because she doesn't actually put it inside of the video. She's a little crafty, okay? I like that. I like that. Now, this is another example from a dentist. I don't like it. I don't like this one because I don't even know what that is. Like, is that a droplet? What? I don't know what I'm looking at, but also that's all I see in the headline is my thoughts on this thing. I'm not reading the rest of that. I might watch the reel, but I'm not reading the rest of that. Think about what your topic is for this post, for this caption. We need a little headline right up top. The next thing we want to talk about is the tone in the body. So we've got people reading from the header, right? And now once they continue reading, we want it to resonate with them, because there's nothing I hate more than a stale caption that sounds like just something like old school, you know, like where it's just real plain, it's just stating the facts. I don't like that. I feel like I'm gonna say that a few times. I'm gonna try not to say that during this video, but I don't like it. I don't like when it's not personal and I don't feel like the brand is talking to me. It's so easy to ask your client, or even if you're writing for yourself, but understand, who am I talking to? Because you have to do that work, y'all. You have to understand how they talk and what will resonate with them. So y'all know I had to use Fenty Beauty. I used Fenty Skin this time. We did a little bit different, but I just feel like they have the best captions. If you watch my videos, you already know I stand for their captions and how they write things. So let's look at a not so good example, and this is for a body cream, the same product type that we were looking at with the Fenty Beauty. So this one says, do you use body cream to moisturize your body only during the dry season? Many people tend to do this and ignore their skin for the rest of the year, blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading anymore. Why? Because this sounds like stale, right? It just sounds stale if we're being honest. And there's nothing about this in particular that is making me want to buy this product. Like, it's not talking to me, so this isn't for me. That's kind of how I feel. The next thing we want to do is have a call to action. This is what you want the person to do, whether it is clicking some type of link in the bio or it is dropping a comment or something like that. So in this example from Women CEO Project, what is she asking you? What totally upgraded your coaching business? The reason why I like this is because in this reel, she's giving you some books, right, to talk about coaching. But then in here, she could have easily said, click in the link in bio to get my book recommendation, more book recommendations or something like that. Or like drop a heart, something lame, right? But she didn't. She's telling you to drop a book that upgrading your coaching experience. This helps get conversation going. It is not like a dead end street. So what I mean by that is if somebody says they like the 4 agreements, and she could say, oh, like I've read the 4 agreements, and then she could have a little bit of opinion. You could start a dialogue with something like that. So yes, you could technically say drop an emoji. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's outdated. It's kind of like a cheap way of getting engagement. Or sometimes you'll see people say, drop write agree if you agree with this statement. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's old school Instagram. I don't know though. What do y'all think? So then we have this one. There's a lot of blurring here because I had to do a lot of blurring. But what you'll notice with this one right here is there's 2 call to actions. This may be against the status quo. I'm not totally against 2 call to actions if it makes sense. This does not make sense. So they're saying for more podcasts, visit this website. If you want a free, it was like the name of their phone call. If you want that free call, visit blah, blah, blah. First of all, as we know, hyperlinks are not a thing in Instagram captions. And I know this person knows this. But the gag is, I'm not going to this website and then this website. So you need to decide with this post, what do you want me to do? As a social media manager, with the post, you need to understand what action you want people to take. Because it might just be a comment, right? But it also may be that you want people to sign up for coaching. Your caption needs to go along, and that post should go along with that call to action. This is a conversion post. You want people to convert into a coaching client, right? But the podcast, let's just do a whole separate post for that because people are not going to do a lot. You're already asking them to get off of Instagram, which is asking a lot. Let's just move on. The next few things, do you need them? I'm gonna say yes. Okay, I mean, I know the burger and the lower bun we need on a burger, but in this case, in this scenario, spaces and emojis. Let's talk about spaces. If I need y'all to space out these captions because one long ass paragraph, I don't want to read it. It's just a lot, right? Like, let's space them out. We're allowed to space these out. Let's space them out. Okay, emojis. The thing I like about emojis. Can it be overdone? Yes, it can. Have I run them into the ground? Yes, I have. But when done right, it looks really good. So with Wild Donuts and Drips account, you'll see underneath where it says how it works. Not only do they have it spaced out, but they have cute little emojis. It just makes sense. It's not totally overdone, but it just adds a little something to the caption, makes it a little bit easier to read. And the last thing is going to be hashtags. And again, this is with the same account, Wild Donuts and Drips. So you'll see they have spacing, they have emojis, and they have a few select hashtags that pertain to the actual post and what you see right here. You do not have to go overboard on hashtags. You do not have to put 30 hashtags. Try for 8. Let's see how 8 do. Don't take my word for this because this could change tomorrow. But do not go overboard on the hashtags. So as a whole, this is our little burger formula, and I want you to follow this if you have troubles with writing a caption and you just need a little bit of structure. If you love structure in your life like your girl does, I need structure, okay? So if you're like me and you just need that, go ahead and use this formula. But I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, you already know you can follow your girl, you can hit like, you can do all those dope things. And until next time, peace.